What's going on, guys? I'm Jaye the Black. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. I want to talk about Boyce Watkins, okay? Boyce Watkins recently got married to a woman that he had tried for a long time to get into a relationship with. And it took him a while, but he was finally able to get with the woman that he wanted to be with, apparently. Now, Boyce is a big proponent of men dating single mothers, saving single mothers, continuing the tradition of picking up where some man left off, right? Basically. I'm not a big proponent of that, especially if that woman over the years has shown no will to want to be with me until financially and socially I was in a very, very good place and that they needed me. Because one thing I notice about a lot of single mothers, when they're in their prime physically, they will date some of the most dysfunctional, erratic males you could think of. And they will be in these dysfunctional, toxic relationships with these guys. And they won't even think twice about it until they get 40. And the children start to get older. And she realizes that up until that point, all the men that she's dated have been men that she's wanted more than wanted her. And she's tired of treating these men like they're the special ones, like they're the prize, right? She wants to be treated like the prize. She wants to be treated special. So who does she look to? She looks to a guy like a Boyce Watkins. She looks to a guy who is willing to step in and be the stepfather, to be the guy who comes in and saves her from a lifetime of singledom. Now, I know that all of us as men, we make choices in life. Boyce Watkins is a guy who chose to be with somebody that he felt like was for him, but it took him a while because he's known this woman for a long time. He's always wanted to be with her. Now, as a guy who's made content over the years, one of the things I noticed is that you have a certain group of males who are always going to be the apologists, always going to be the guys who are ready to step in and be stepdaddy. And they do it not understanding that years before, that woman didn't want you. That woman wasn't looking in your direction. She friend zoned you. She put you in the freezer until she needed you, until she didn't want to be alone anymore. And she said that having this guy is better than having no guy. At least he making money. At least I don't have to carry the financial burden. I don't think that Boyce Watkins should argue with men about why they don't want to date single mothers. Personally, if you have children, if you don't have children as a man, you shouldn't be out here trying to get with no single mother anyway. Unless it's on some, you just trying to sleep with her. But you need to tell that up front. You selling them a dream, which I know a lot of you probably do. But I don't even think you really need to do that. Because I noticed that you got women with children trying to date men with no children. They think that they have that type of sway. They think that their looks is going to make a man overlook the fact that they have like 3 kids by like 2 different men. And they don't have a good relationship with the fathers. Or she might be in and out of a situation with one of the children's father that she's not going to tell you about. She might even still be sleeping with him. We know that will happen. It reminds me of the situation with a YouTuber by the name of CJ So Cool. This is a guy who I actually first knew of him because of his brother Jinx, right? That's how far back I've known of him. And then he started making reaction videos, and he started doing vlogs with him and his girlfriend, right? She became his wife, but she had a bunch of kids by another guy. They got together. They built a life together doing YouTube. Well, it was him, but they did it all together, right? And he stepped in and was the father to her children. They had a child together. Then next thing you know, they break up. Now the children's father, who hadn't been there, now back in the picture, going at him, trying to clown him. I'm not saying this happens in a lot of these situations, but they happen in some. It does happen in a lot of these situations. The stepdaddy could step in the real father can step in at any time, while the stepdaddy is there taking care of those children, putting a roof over their head, giving them the best lifestyle possible. When that woman breaks up with you, or she don't want to be with you no more, who you think she gonna go to? She gonna go right back to that stepfather, that real father who she's always loved, even though she was with you. She still had love for him because he was her children's father. And there are women who carry that love for their exes. And if you're trying to be a Boyce Watkins type stepdaddy, you have to understand that could be a possibility if things go left. Being a stepfather, you have to understand that, depending on what she told you, her and her ex could still be in good communication with each other. I'm not talking about just with the children. I've seen stories of women still cheating with the ex. They talk all this crap about how their baby father ain't this and ain't that, but they still sleeping with them behind your back. They still communicating and talking to them, and it ain't just about the children. So when you stepping into a stepfather role, you have to understand where the type of woman that you're dealing with. Are you dealing with a woman that you know is there for you and is willing to build a life with you? Or are you with somebody that wants somebody to keep her from being lonely, to help her pay bills? Because if it's on something financial, women will fall in love with you if you can take care of them financially. Financially, if you can take care of them, they will definitely get with you. And that could be the situation with Boyce. But I just, fighting these battles of trying to prove that being a stepfather is a good thing. Listen, we choose our paths in life. But we also got to understand what happens if that situation goes left. And it can. Now, I'm not telling any of you men what to do. If you feel like you're with a woman that has a child or 2 children, 3 children, and you feel comfortable in your decision to date her, then so be it. But that's not for every man. There are guys out there that want to build with a woman that doesn't have that excess baggage. Because for a woman to have multiple children with a guy, she has to care about that guy a lot. I've even heard a situation where a female had a child with the guy that was going to go away to jail for a long time, and she thought it'd be a good idea to have a child with this bozo, because she thought she'd never see him again. That's how these chicks are. Children is an extension of the love that these women have for their exes. So when you're stepping into that stepfather role, you have to understand that. Now again, I have no problems with Boyce. I just don't like the messaging that he puts out here to other men. He should be honest and real with these men and tell them the pitfalls of being a stepfather. Tell them that, you know what, you need to understand if that woman is with you for the right reasons. If she's with you just for financial reasons, that's not a good reason to step in and be somebody's stepdad. It's because the wife wants you to take care of her children that she had with somebody else. And you also have to look at how the children are going to feel about you. Are they going to accept you? Are they going to embrace you? Those are the things you have to look at. But fighting this battle with other men because of the choice you made, that you're making public, you're putting all your business out here, people are going to react. There are guys out here who do not support in any way, shape, or form being a stepfather. What's the reward in it for some of these guys? Nothing. And if you don't have children, you should not be out here trying to be a stepfather to anybody's children. You should be building your own family instead of trying to take care of somebody else's responsibilities.